Hi guys, welcome back to the channel Estpat Empire. So in today's tutorial I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful trendy bubu gown with stylish V neckline and design. Okay, so if this looks like what you're interested in, then make sure you keep watching till the end. If you're new here, please kindly click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get notified each time I upload a new video. And to my returning subscribers, thanks a bunch guys. Now let's dive right into the tutorial. I'll be making use of these two fabrics. The first one is an African print and I have 2 yards of that right there, okay? And the second one, this plain black material, is shiny crepe, so it's not up to 1 yard, so I'll be combining it with the African print to make this bubu gown. I already have my fabric folded into 4 as I'll be cutting the back and the front piece at the same time. So what I'll do first is to go ahead and rule this straight line on the selvage to serve as the starting point. Next, I would measure the neck width, which is 3 inches, and the neck depth, which is 1.5 inches. Then I'll connect the neckline this way. Next, I would measure the shoulder. The shoulder I'm working with is 7 inches, and then from that point there I would measure what I have left. So like I said, it's 2 yards of fabric, so I'm just going to mark what I have there. I have about 11 inches right there, and then I'll mark it, and then from that point I'll come down by 1 inch to serve as the shoulder slant. Then I'll use a straight ruler to connect it this way. From the shoulder slant I came down by 9 inches, which will be the sleeve, okay, the round sleeve measurement. So I'll just mark it inwards that way. Next, from the shoulder line I'll mark the hip point, okay, then rule a straight line to connect it this way. Next, from the shoulder line again, I'll go ahead and mark the full length of the gown. I'm working with 43 inches including my hemming allowance. All right, so now next on the hip line I'll take the hip measurement divided by 4, mark it right there, and then add 5.5 inches to it. Next, I'll measure all what I have right there and mark the same thing on the hemline. From the armhole right there, I'll go ahead and connect it down to the hip line and then to the hem. Next, I'll go ahead and cut out both the front and the back piece together. After cutting it out, this is what it looks like. This is what I have. I'll go ahead and slit that part open, then I'll separate the front from the back. Okay, I'll take off one of the pieces to serve as the front. For the front, what I'll do is to come down by 9 inches, and then from that point I'll come in by 1 inch and connect the line back to the neckline. Okay, then I'll go ahead and cut it out. So this is what the front neckline is looking like, and this is what the back piece looks like. What I'll do next is to go ahead and place the front and back piece right side facing each other, and then I'll pin down the shoulder line this way. After I'm done pinning it down, I'll take it to the sewing machine and then stitch it with 1/2 inch. Okay, after I was done stitching it, this is what it looks like, and I've already pressed it down to make it look relaxed more. Okay, and you can see what the neckline looks like. So from this point I'm going to measure each round. I'm going to measure the neckline round up to the other point right there. Okay, so I had about 27 inches, so that means I'll be cutting a long strip of 27 inches or more. So now I've already cut out the long strip that I'll be using, and it is longer than 27 inches to be on the safer side. Then the width is 4 inches while on fold is 2 inches. I had to join the material because it was not long enough. Okay, so I'm going to be placing that joining right on the center back. So I just went ahead to locate the center back right there. Then I'm going to pin it down on the right side of the front and back. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm just pinning it down, pinning that long strip down on the right side of both the front and the back all around this way. Okay, and after I was done pinning it down, next I'll take it to the sewing machine and stitch it round with 1/2 inch, okay, to that point. Okay, then I'll turn it in and give it a good press to make it relax. What I'll do next is to fold the sleeve just a bit with about 1 inch and then stitch it all the way I'll repeat the same thing to the other sleeve. So guys, I'm done stitching the neck, and you can see how it looks so lovely and flat. Okay, I already ironed it out like I said, and you can also see I've stitched the sleeve. You can see how neat it is looking. Okay, what I'm going to do next is to bring the fabric that I'm going to use for that design at the front of the gown. Okay, I cut out a square of 11 inches. Okay, so all the sides are 11 inches all around. Okay, so it's a square, as you can see. All right, so what I'll do next is to fold it into two and mark the center right there. Okay, it's not necessary, but it's just like to serve as a guide for me. All right, so from this edge right here, I'll come down by 3 inches and mark it right there. Okay, and then I'll fold it in this way. So I'm going to be cutting it out. Okay, I'll just fold it in so you can see the shape that I have there. Right, I'll repeat the same thing on the other part too, the down part too. I'll just mark the center. All right, and then from this other edge I'll go up by the same 3 inches and mark it right there, and I'll fold it in like I did for the upper part. So this is what it's looking like. All right, so I think I'm satisfied with the shape I have. Okay, so now I'll take off the pin and then cut out that 3 inches that I folded in this way. I'll repeat the same thing on this other side too. Take off the pin and then cut out the 3 inches that I marked. Okay, so now you can see what the shape is looking like. This is the shape I want. All right, you can create any shape of your choice. You can do any design of your choice. Okay, just be creative with it. So now this is what I'll be doing next. I'll be using this hemming gum to hold it down. Okay, it's optional, just that it helps keep it in place faster and better. Okay, so I'll fold all the edges and then iron it. As you can see, I'm done ironing the edges. Okay, I actually had to do it this way so that it will be easier for me when I'm stitching it on the dress. What I'll do next now is to bring the bubu gown, and then I'll place the design on it. This is the design I want, and this is how I want to place it. But actually you can still be creative with the style I created. Okay, you can still place it whichever way you want. You can place it in the middle, you can place it by the side, to the left or to the right. Just go ahead and do whatever suits you or whatever design that you feel like doing. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and place it the way I want it to be, and then pin it down to secure it on the gown. Okay, just secure it in place. I'll pin it down all the way around. So guys, after pinning it down, what I'll do next is to take it to the sewing machine and stitch it all the way around to secure it in place. After stitching it down, this is what it looks like. Okay, you can see how relaxed it is. What I'll do next is to flip it over, right side facing each other. This bubu is going to have pockets. Okay, so what I want to do now is to mark the points where the pocket is going to start from. All right, so I'll just fold it this way and arrange it properly. With my measuring tape, I'm going to measure 18 inches from the shoulder, right there, from the shoulder to the points where I'm okay. You can do from 20 inches is okay, but I'll be marking 18 inches. Okay, so that is where the pocket is going to start from. All right, so after marking that point right there, I'll go ahead and give it a notch. Okay, I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll just fold it on this one that I already marked and make sure that they are on the same point. Mark it and then notch that part as well, so that the pockets would be equal. Okay, not that one will be up and the other one will be a bit below. Okay, so I already cut out 4 pieces of the fabric. Okay, I'll be using this for the 2 pockets. Okay, so 2 pieces goes to 1 pocket. All right, so I have 4 pieces right there, and then the measurement is 12 inches by 8 inches. Okay, is the length is 12 inches and the width is 8 inches. All right, so that by the time you attach it to the dress, the opening where you can dip your hand in will be about 7 inches. All right, you can do 8 inches or 7 inches, but 8 inches was perfectly fine for almost everybody. Okay, so that your hand can easily go in and come out. All right, so that's the measurement I'm working with right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to um just give it a little curvy shape at that part right there. Okay, because the pocket is normally is not supposed to be straight. Okay, it's supposed to be curvy at that part right there. So I'll just go ahead and trim that part off. All right, so now I have the pocket shape that I want. Now to fix the pocket, what I'll do is I'll take one of the pieces, place it right side facing the right side of the dress. Okay, this way, making sure that it is on that notch that I made on the dress earlier. Okay, that's where it's going to start from, as you can see. Okay, then I'll go ahead and pin it down to secure it in place. Okay, I'll just pin it down this way, still on the same side of the pocket but on the back piece. Okay, I'll go ahead and pin one of the pieces also on this side. Okay, right side facing each other like I did for the first one. So I'm going to be stitching it down with 3/4 of an inch, not half inch and not 1 inch. I'm going to be stitching it down with 3/4 of an inch, that is 0.75 inch. So this is for one pocket. Okay, so I'll repeat everything I just did here on the other side of the dress for the second pocket. So as you can see, I've stitched the pocket down to the dress. Okay, so now what I'm going to do next is to just pin it down to make sure it's equal. Okay, then from the sleeve right there, I'm going to stitch it with 1 inch. When I get to the beginning of the pocket right there, I would continue sewing inwards this way. Just sew it round the way the pocket is. Alright, but I'll be sewing that part with half inch. Then when I get back to this point, I will continue sewing it down with the 1 inch that I started sewing it with from the sleeve. Okay, I'll repeat the same thing on the other side of the dress. So after I'm done stitching the sides, I'll go ahead and fold the hem with about 1 inch. Okay, and then stitch it all the way around. So that is all about it, guys. Bubu gown with stylish V neckline is ready. So guys, this is the final look of the trendy bubu with stylish V neckline design. Okay, you can see how beautiful it's looking. It's so simple, it's very easy to make, it is beginner friendly. Yes, it is very simple and easy to make. Okay, and it can be styled by anyone. It's a free gown. You can even use it as a maternity gown. Okay, so you can see the pocket. I'm feeling the pocket already. Actually, I made this for a client. Okay, I would have worn it so that you can see how it looks on me, but don't worry, just manage it the way it is on the mannequin. Okay, you can see the pocket is deep enough. Okay, you can put anything you want into it. Okay, it is looking all beautiful, neat and nice. Okay, so you can see the design right there. You see the shape, it's very beautiful, and the neckline is relaxed. Okay, it's not too high, it's not too low, it's just perfect. All right, this is the sleeve. Okay, you can see the sleeve. Despite the fact that I just managed the fabric, the sleeve is still okay. All right, the sleeve is still okay. So you can see it's looking beautiful. Isn't this beautiful? And this is the back. This is what the back looks like. So neat and relaxed. And this is the side. Okay, if you enjoyed watching this tutorial, please give it a massive thumbs up, click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get notified each time I upload a new video. You can also drop your comment in the comment section and share with your fellow soulmates, family and friends. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.